Keep your eyes peeled. Lots of goods here. You wouldn't want them falling into the wrong hands.
Alright, mic check.
Alright, mic check.
Alright, checkity, check, check.
Checkity, check, check.
Alrighty. You'll have to bear with me, I'm struggling here. Sinus drainage and ugh. Basically, I'm just on here to talk some trash, but it's been a while since the Chronos Zen troll got me, and it's Friday evening, so I expect their mothers and fathers locked them in the room for the night, and I'm gonna have to babysit their fucking trolls. Man, 10 fish? Come on, man. I'm a fisherman now? Alright, I'm gonna quit complaining. I think I can break down the 5 carcasses right now for that gold. You know, it's all about that gold. Unless you want to pay for a shark card. All about that gold. Alright, there's one. I don't really want to break down the fish. There we go. I'm having trouble focusing today. I've got some kind of sinus issue, and I'm getting a drain, and I got fatigue, and I'm in a fussy mood. You ever have one of those days you just fuss around in a chair? I can't get comfortable in a chair. Everything is a problem for me. Maybe I'm just too cantankerous. It doesn't do any good to complain. You just make things worse. So I'll just try to move on. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing Red Dead. I'll end this stream when I'm done with Red Dead, and then I'll probably move on to DayZ and play some on that private server. The goal there is getting NBC gear. I got pushed out of the safe zone because everybody's frickin' looting everything there. That was a waste of time. I wasted like a 6-hour stream and barely found an M16 in a blaze. It was horrible. I got chased by a pack of 16 frickin' wolves 3 times. And by the way, fact check. I said this. I said the wolves killed me. The wolves did not kill me. I died from cholera, and then a zombie beat me to death. So I wanted to correct that because I was wrong about that. The wolves chased me into a death, but they did not kill me. I got 4 cuts. They almost killed me. I bled out. I passed out. My blood was so low, I passed out like 20 or 30 times before I finally got a sliver of blood so I could move on. But yeah, the wolves didn't get me, so fuck them. Okay, what did I want to do here? The special moonshine you can't sell. Old Bert What's-His-Face is going to try to offer me $144 for this and 500 experience, and it's supposed to be worth $247. Pathetic. Just pathetic. And you got this prick over here living the life of Riley. Standing there getting high off his tanning fluid. You know OSHA contacts me there in the telegrams, buddy. They're looking into what you've been doing with that tanning fluid. And about that hazard pay, you're the one walking around like you own the fucking place. I guess you're going to have to pay that.
I don't
Good
know
old
how
Rusty.
you can touch that thing.
Don't you get off on my dog, son. Good old Rusty. He goes missing like they do up in Alaska, fella. I got a shallow grave right over there, and ain't nobody gives a damn about you. You won't even make the Valentine papers. Think about it. Now make sure it's shallow enough for those wolves to dig you up. Alright, enough shit talking. I'm gonna move on. We're gonna do the moonshiner thing. Alrighty then. Let's get the bullseye. Good old Blondie. I did it to myself. All that negative energy's following me around now. You can't even sit and brood in a corner in peace. Horse starts giving you the business. I could catch those 10 fish right up there at 01 Gila or whatever it's called, but man, that just seems like a lot of work. I'm not here to work. That's for the suckers. There he goes. Come on, Blondie, let's go. Chop, chop. I might have drank too much coffee. Yeah, I look to be shot at by the griefers at least. A couple times tonight, we'll see. I don't know. Alright, let's just settle down. I'm wound up. I'm just gonna settle down a bit. Go down here and check out Bacchus Station. See if there's anything I might need. I think it's a sinus infection. I don't know. I'm not trying. I'll hit the cough button. I think I could find the cough button on this mic, so I'm not grossing people out. Nice, easy start. Tell Legber the coal train sent you to hell, motherfucker. And it's a dry heat. Buck up. Or it's not a dry heat, I should say. You're gonna need to buck up. Alright, I'll dial it back. I will dial it back.
That's a real beautiful.
He whipped out that repeating shotgun on me. That's one of the dangerous ones right there, buddy. I think it was the repeating shotgun. He drops that repeater on you at close range, you're toast. This dude's gonna say something, so I'm sorry about his luck. In the wrong place at the wrong time.
It's still rolling from the road.
Yeah, mine too, buddy.
Okay.
Oh, I missed him. Well, that's what I get. That's what I get for being a prick. And he disappeared. Alright, I gotta move on. I'm being childish. Coffee in an agitated state does things to a man. Alright, well we can... I guess we'll ride the path up here. We'll go through Owangila on the way. I could hit the tracks and get there faster, but to tell you the truth, I've ran moonshine so many times, I'm not really in a big hurry to do it. I mean, yeah, it's just been one of those days where I can't seem to get out of my own way today, so I'm agitated. Cantankerous man complains about world to himself. I'll get over it. I'll go get shot in the face. It'll be good times. Nobody likes an asshole. Well, some people do. I'll tell you something else too. Try living your life when your ear itches and you're wearing earbuds. That's its own special kind of hell right there. Come on, get a taste of the medicine stick. All that pain is gonna go away. That was horrible shooting. Let me get warmed up. I think I can do better than that. I don't have any excuses. I got the Turkoman, so. Looks like William and the Westworld boys are at it. Alright, you settle down, I'll settle down, and we'll both be settled down. Yeah, I want to play that DayZ public server, but like I said before, there was a guy that he was duplicating landmines and planted like 11 billion landmines in Sitnik there, and because DayZ, they'll reset the server when somebody's duplicating. So I mean, he's resetting the server back. So anything that I do, if that moron's still doing that stuff, everybody on the server is going to get reset. So there's no reason in playing. You go and you get some good gear, you get melee geared out, and that dude's going to set landmines again and get the whole server reset like an idiot. So that's out of the question. I mean, you know his mom. He's a walking reminder to his mother she should have left the bar early that night 25 years ago. Dude, your idea of a good time is planting landmines so much that you get the fucking server reset. Get a grip, pal. You don't have nothing better to do than to go in Sitnik and do a duplication cheat and plant a bunch of landmines. Dude, you know, I mean, there's a bunker. He could be getting NBC gear and raiding the toxic zones. No, he's just going to blow people up for a living. It's probably because he can't shoot. Because people who can shoot will shoot. They're not going to blow you up with a landmine. Anyways, yeah, that's why I can't play that server. There was a dude contacted me. He's wanting to play, but I told him, well, you know, what server? And I explained to him, at least on this chat, if he was listening to the chat, dude, what are you going to do? You're going to get geared up for no reason. All right, let's see if I can actually make a shot. I'm only going to get one of them. That's what sucks about the Grizzlies. I'm just shooting, trying to get warmed up. I'm just trying to get warmed up here. I'm in bad shape. I am struggling. My attitude sucks. I'll get over it. You know, we're all good guys, just like Owen Wilson said. Don't worry about it. Did he stick that skin on there? Okay, I guess it's just going to be that way then. Okay. You know, sometimes in life, like Rob Burgundy told his son Walter, you know, you're just going to have to drink a cup of hot frothy horse piss every now and then, Walter. Belly up to the bar and take one for the team. You want to be a select man, but maybe you should lower your expectations a little bit. Service industry or running the camera on a porn set. Don't fight me, horse. Come on now. That's what I get. Alright, time to calm down. No, though, I guess I'm going to play that private server, and like I said, the plan is to get the NBC gear, and I'm being pushed down into the southwest, to Pawana, and that's where the ghosts live. Those guys that if they're still on that server, you never see them, and you can't, I mean, they're like ghosts. They see you, you don't see them, and I'm being pushed down in that direction, and Palana's dangerous anyway. I mean, to get any gear, I'm going to be pushed down there, and what's to say they're not taking it all anyway. They got the bunker down there, and I know they're raiding that bunker, so maybe, you know, they'll be doing that, and I'll actually be able to pilfer some good stuff around that Millie and Palana. Other than that, I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't want to head back up north. That feels like a waste of time to me. I don't like the North, Livonia. There's not really good gear down there. I want to be in the middle of the map, Middle South. And I'm pushed out of Middle South because that's where the safe zone is, and that's also where people spawn in. So everybody's spawning in there and looting everything. And I'm not completely familiar with all the KOS zones are where they all are. I know Borek is one, and obviously the toxic zones are. The bunker is. If I could get a bunker card and get in that bunker by myself, but that's asking a lot for a solo, that would be what I should do. I might do that instead of chasing down NBC gear. Because, I mean, here's the problem. With the NBC gear, you're not going to find the NBC gear if those guys are collecting it and they're all over. And they're just literally, it's a private server, so they're pulling up and driving cars and trucks or whatever. And they're pulling up to town. You know, 3 or 4 of them, whatever's getting out. And they're taking literally everything in that town, storing it in the back of that car, and then driving back to their base. You're not supposed to build a base. It's one of the server rules. You're not supposed to build a base on military stuff, but somebody built on the castle where the military thing was, and I said something about it in the chat, and everybody's like, dude, you know, don't be on here giving away people's, you know, base locations. And I was like, well, yeah, true enough, and then I didn't think about it. You're right. You know, I'm sorry about that. I didn't think about it. But this dude literally built 5 stories high on top of a hill that's at least 5 stories high. He's 100 feet up in the air. You can see him for a mile. Subtlety ain't this fella's strong suit, you know? So that's a no issue. Everybody who within 2 miles of that place sees it. He literally built a base on top of a hill in a fucking castle. But anyway, you know, I was just mad because I wanted to go through there and I was hoping to hit a KA-74 was really my problem. And you're not supposed to build on military bases, and I wanted to make sure about the rules too. You know, maybe I find a place like that where there's only one military tent. I tell you what, if I want to put a base there, I'm going to do it just like he did it. You know, without rules, there's anarchy. We'll just throw all the rules out then. If he's doing it, I'm going to do it too. You know, that's a goose and gander issue. So now he's on top of that castle and moseys right down on that castle, straight down to that military tent, and he's spawning KAs, he's spawning M16s, he's spawning everything right there at the feet of his bed. But I mean, if it's allowed, it's allowed, and apparently it is. So it's got to be like a bigger military than that. Apparently there's supposed to be 2 or more tents, I guess. I don't even know. I'm not sure what the rules would be. You know? I know they're going to say something if you try to build in, you know, those blown up areas that spawn military gear, like up on the 2nd floors and stuff. And you know they're going to say something about that. So he didn't do that. I guess in other news, you're supposed to care about RFK and Joe Rogan trying to get some guy, Peter Hortz or whatever his name is, to debate RFK about something I don't even care about, you know, so you're supposed to care about that. Remember, kids. The zookeeper, if it's zookeeper approved, the apes are allowed to talk about it. And I like Joe Rogan. This is not a knock on him, you know. Those broadcasters are just trying to feed their kids, and now he's making a damn good living doing it. But I'm going to tell you something. My feeling, this is just my personal opinion from the evidence that's available. If RFK Jr. was a stand-up guy, if he was a select man, so to speak, then he'd have done something a long time ago. This guy's like 60 years old. I mean, the only thing he's ever done in his life is promote vaccines, to my knowledge. If he was going to do something about something that mattered, he'd have done something a long time ago. His uncle and his own father was assassinated. And he didn't do a damn. You never hear him say a word about it. Not as far as the government conspiracy and what the CIA did. This guy just comes out of the shadows, and he's supposed to lead the Democratic Party after they nuked the Democratic Party with the BLM and some kind of sex cult. You got the rainbow sex cult and the BLM, which people can do whatever they want. That's up to them. But you can't police public. At least in my opinion, you can't police public opinion. I mean, if you've got a right to live any way you want, then why don't I have a right to say whatever I want to say about it? And I expect it in kind too. You know, you're going to return that in kind to me. I get told all the time I should just shut my big mouth. You know, there's a million things not to like about me, and hey, I respect your right to say it. Got a lot of problems here, buddy. Anyways, it's not about anything like that of that order, but But what I said all that to just say that you can't trust RFK. And I know those FDR old school Democrats that love Franklin Delano Roosevelt, that FDR crowd's just gonna, they're gonna oogle over RFK. Oh, this is the guy that's gonna fix this party. That dude ain't gonna fix nothing. The only thing he's gonna do is cook the books up there at the White House for all of his rich buddies, just like they all do, because that's what they all do. It's all about stealing the $4 trillion a year and borrowing another $2 trillion. That's what it's about. Hey, how about them politics? Never mind this money, buddy. Taxation is indeed theft. Anyways, it's just a waste of time to talk about politics anyways. I shouldn't have even got started on it. It's ridiculous. Then you got Trump getting sued for misrepresentation. What do they call it? Some kind of funds violation where under false pretenses he borrowed money and faked his worth. Lied about what his net worth was to borrow money. I can't remember what they called it. A civil funds suit or something. And anyway, he's spending all of his campaign donation money on like $60 million worth of lawyers. So if you spent money and financed his campaign, you just paid a lawyer. You're just paying his friends. They make up some kind of faux charges, for the best publicity money can buy, because all publicity is good publicity. Follow Kanye West. Kanye West is the master of that. Kanye West talks to Martians in his bedroom, whatever. I mean, he'll say anything to get publicity. He's the master of that. So, I mean, Trump's getting positive publicity, and he's getting all of his lawyer buddies paid. It's a scam. It looks like a scam to me. All of it is a scam. Even what they try to pass for real news these days is just fake news. There used to be a little bit of it that they would actually leak a little bit of truth to get people interested, to get people to buy in. They don't care anymore. I mean, they tank CNN. Nobody watches CNN. They don't care. They don't care. I mean, gone are the days where Rupert Murdoch don't run Fox News anymore. Fox News is dead. They're not worth talking about anyways. I'm going to move on. But I mean, I think everybody gets the gist of it, that it's just nonsense. Here's the thing. You can't lead somebody that won't follow you. That's their problem right now. They're looking for a guy that the people will believe in. That's why I got started off on a rant about RFK Jr. and what his worth would be in this situation. It's zilch. You're not getting nothing out of that guy. I guarantee it. It's going to be more of the same nonsense. Did he not hear me? Oh, now you screwed my shot up, man. He deked me. He false set me. You got to be aware of the people who they pretend to be your friend, disappear for 50 years, and they come out of the woodwork. What's his angle? What does he want? Because I submit to you that the only reason RFK Jr. is around right now is because the rich people need somebody you'll follow. That's what they're getting out of it. That's why he's there. This FDR crowd, these old school Democrats need somebody in the party they can believe in, so they pull him out of the hat. If you feel like chocolate ice cream today, okay, well, we'll give you chocolate ice cream. I mean, how do you steal and feel good about it? They want to sell you the good quality kind of fried bat here, You got to feel good about it. We can't have all this unpleasantness anymore. It's got to disappear. So stop financing the BLM and all that because it's being perceived as unpleasant. We don't want to back, the LGBTQ crowd, and, the Native Americans won't buy into our nonsense.
ready to go.
Try to sell this in under 5 minutes. Some of them you can, and some of them you can't. We'll see what happens. Oh, Bert Higgins there. That's the guy that's going to make the money off the special stuff. He's going to make the money off the special shine apple, that crook.
You have arrived. Bon. You are ready to drive, yes? Our clients are a little impatient for sure. We wish to make a good impression. These customers have shown they have some good taste. Their palate is simple, of course, but given their lack of culture, I have to admit that they have chosen well. These jugs will arrive
Come on,
quickly
Frenchie.
and in one piece. Yes?
I'll get him there. Now Valentine's Saloon. Maybe. My horse is moving fast. They're trying to get me to bust it. See, there's variables to this. This carriage will be easier to control the speed differential on some. I mean, it's good design. I'm not going to complain about it. If everything was the same, you wouldn't play it. But the speed differential changing can be harder to manage. And if it's running fast, chances are you're probably going to bust a bottle up in the Grizzlies if you don't know what you're doing. This dude's got wolves on him. Hey, it's your problem, buddy. I got places to be. Keep it off my way, pal. Get out of my front yard with that bullshit. Keep them yard apes in check, too. See how they sped up on me? They just gashed me. That's what I was talking about. Try not to fall down this hill. You know, I love falling off this cliff right here, trying to get situated so the damn IRS here don't shoot me to death. And I'm off today. Alright, well. You want it this way, you got it, pal. That's no way to get ahead in life. You'll never be head of a major corporation. Sorry for the horrible puns. I got all the cheap puns loaded today. But that Chinaman's putting them cheap shells off on me again, as Cogburn says. When I shoot and miss, it ain't my fault. I think I'll get this one. I think I'll get it in under 5 minutes to get the daily. We'll see. This is one of the easier ones that when you run Shine out of the Grizzlies to get by with it. Now some of these horsemen can ride and some of them can't. We'll see how far he makes it. And he's going to be trouble. And I can't see him through the trees. Now he's riding right on me. Damn it. Alright, the other two they're no issue. Yeah, I can't thermal regulate that. That's really why I'm in such a bad mood. My sinuses are allergies or what? My eyes are burning. I can't thermal regulate. I'm freezing 1 minute, then I'm sweating the next. I feel a little bit better today, though. And I'm med-free. I'm not taking any medication. I tried to take some the other day, and I turned into a zombie. About 45 minutes later, I was a zombie. It was over, man. I couldn't think straight. Not that I can anyway. And you know, I'm about the worst guy in the world at multitasking, so... Alright, they didn't get me on that one. You have to do better than that. See if Westworld's going to start up. Well, time's not going to be an issue. I definitely got it. Get out of the way, Clinard. Run a professional outfit here. They expect their shine on time at the agreed upon price. I'm just trying to occupy my mind here. This is like a run out the clock scenario, like Stanley says. Boy, did he ever see the 9 to 5 for what it was. Just run out the clock, get home, and bury my head and pretend the rat race matters. Don't fuck with my couch, man. Give me that couch. Loser's hand. That must be a special weekly. Yep. 65 bucks chump change. I don't know what kind of rad tag outfit there Nazar is trying to run, but $65 that ain't even lunch money. Those sets are worth 500 bucks. Some of them anyway.
Go! I got places to be.
Loser's hand. That just don't even sound like the... Doesn't sound like something I want to make money off of. It won't be long till William and his Westworld buddies show up here and start shooting Valentine all the shit. I see my favorite gardener lost her necklace again.
What are you doing here?
Howdy, ma'am. I'm just here to steal shit.
I really must insist you leave.
Oh, you implore me, do you, Bill?
What the heck is wrong with you?
Listen to her go.
Help me!
Walk it off. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Where's your metal detector? Huh? You finance an operation, lady? You don't know what it's like. You don't know living. I paid $700 for that shovel. $700 in this crook world. This holographic reality where people set ridiculous prices. See her finance a shovel. And she can dig it up. That requires gold to purchase, sir. Do you have any? Wait till she gets a load of that guy down at the general store. She thinks I'm a bad guy. What kind of grift is that? Money's no good. Sign of the times, man. Sign of the times.
Seems everyone with a rifle been hunting these of late. A lot of folk coming by with these lately. Seems everyone with a rifle been hunting these of late. Good enough.
I'm just gonna sell it all. If somebody PvPs me and kills me, screw it. I'm not gonna worry about fortifying my cores. I don't even know if I'll be on here long. I just don't care. There you go, buddy. Watch it, pal.
Look out!
Hey, don't make it nothing. It won't be nothing. I'm just minding my business.
Something else.
Using that 5-finger discount.
Hey, you ain't supposed to be in here. You got a problem? You do what you want.
I do what I want. That's exactly what I do. Look at him. He don't want none of it. He's gonna talk all that trash and walk away. Just mosey on by about his business. Might go see Clinard up there in Van Horn again, or Cletus. My good old buddy Cletus. Ran into him last episode. Might go visit him today, just for the fun of it. You know, ran into Cletus down there on the docks when I was visiting Patty the fence down there. Good old Cletus. Well, Smokey ain't in his usual place. No, there he is. Hey, Smokey. Oh, get you a taste of that medicine stick, son. Pain's over now, fella. Ain't got to worry about that 9 to 5. Ain't got to worry about sitting on that stream up there waiting for those salmon, those sockeye to come to you. Are they going to let me skin this dude or what? Come on, man. There it is. Well, it's not that much a good bear pelt, but it's double price, so I guess I'll take that back to Crippletron. Yeah, I actually thought it was pretty cool. If you go up there by, it's in the north west corner of the Grizzlies, up there north of Strawberry. They're sockeye salmon. They actually swim up that stream. I thought that was really cool. You can go there and actually pick them up right out of the water, knock them over on the. You can use your feet by walking, knock them over there on the shoreline and pick them up. I don't know if they're there all the time, but I saw them there once. Heard tale of a legendary ghost panther down there by La Grasse. I guess he's trouble. That fella down there's a handful. That panther down there on manual aim takes about 15 shots. I'll load some express rounds and have to go try to hunt him. I think I have some pheromones.
Allons-y. This will put airs on your face, yes?
We'll make the Spice Island. I get that Caribbean rum a lot more than I get the other stuff.
This is for
Now, this is the stuff old
connoisseur,
Burt Higgins or
yes.
whatever his name is going to make a killing off of, because every time I make that special stuff that's worth $20 or so more, there's never a buyer.
That was a good sale.
And that could be because other players online are delivering to the special buyer people, and there's just not enough. I always make the berry cobbler. I was running that special stuff, and I had luck with it in Blackwater. And my brother told me, dude, you just need to run the berry cobbler. I was having trouble running it. And he just told me, dude, you just need to run the berry cobbler like 9 times out of 10. Whenever you're ready to run it, you can just run it. There's always a buyer, so... What's going on? I don't know what that was about. I don't think they gave me those split point I cut. Man, that coffee's something else. I got some nitro fuel for coffee. Drinking a cup of ether and acetylene. There's a wounded wolf or something up there, I think. I think that's one of those ambient happenings that I could be wrong. No, that's just dogs. Just coyotes. Yeah, a little bit out of range. There's a body shot. I'd have dropped him with those high velocities if I put it on his head, but he was so far down there I couldn't see. Operator error. You're not going to see me spend a whole lot of time eating unless it's PvP, and I keep my weight down. That's too far underweight. You want the white underweight, I guess, and that makes me more deadly because when you're underweight, with your ability card, with the ability card that I use, Peak Condition, Sprinting uses less stamina. You deal much more damage depending on your current stamina level. Okay, so this character has more stamina at an underweight status than he does at an average or fit or overweight status. So if you so in theory, if you keep your character underweight, he's going to do more damage with a peak condition card. And then you're underweight and you use those fortifiers, you're just a fucking wrecker. You use that stamina fortifier, you know, and drink those bitters, it's going to be hard to fool with you. You're going to be tough to bring down. I really like those volcanics, but at the end of the day, the fire rate is just it's just a little bit too slow, so I carry the navies now. I've done well with the volcanic pistols. I've done very well with them in PvP, very well. But I think the navies are the way to go. You lose nothing in accuracy, nothing in range, and your fire rate goes up, but your damage goes down a little bit. Fire rate up a little bit, damage down. So I think I want 3 shots on the... Because you're going to fire unless you get a headshot, you're going to fire multiple shots dropping somebody anyway. I'm going to take the 3 shots with the Navy over the 2 shots with the Volcanic. Because the Volcanic it's too slow. At the end of the day, it's just too slow. I want those 3. I'm going to put 3 express rounds with the Navy on you, and just that's where I'm going to live and die by that. That's the way to get your 22 caliber up right there. You have to kill human targets. Your guy's proficiency with each weapon goes up as you use it. Let me get away from this so I don't get the law called on me. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, now take a completely clean gun, like that gun. If you look at the accuracy and the reload, the accuracy would go up when I switch like to split point. Okay, that's what the gun, that's that gun's capabilities unless I change the ammo. Of course, I use express now. You go down here, you see how the reload and the accuracy is way down on this elephant rifle. That's because I haven't killed enough human targets with it to get his proficiency with that weapon up. When I get his proficiency up, when that gun's completely clean, the reload and the accuracy will be all the way up, which means he'll reload it faster and he'll fire way more accurately. And like I said, you use the 22 caliber just for hunting small game, and you're not killing anybody with it. So you never get the proficiency with a 22 long rifle up. So if you want to be more accurate with that gun, you have to kill people with it. I would suggest doing hideouts and doing what I just did every now and then. Give somebody a wrap across the beater on the trail and get them aggroed on you, and then just headshot them with that 22. He tried to drop that big gauge on me. You got to watch them. You don't want to get too close. You want to ride up a little bit. If they've got a repeating shotgun, they don't carry pumps, and they don't carry semi-auto shotguns. But if they got a repeating shotgun, they'll one-hit you. You'll learn that lesson the hard way. You got to get distance. But that's how you get your 22 up. So you're wondering why I'm all the ways going around smacking people in the face. That's because I got accustomed to doing it to get my 22 up. I just smack a guy across the face and get him mad at me. He's looking for it back there. I mean, you asked for it at that point. I feel sorry for your buddy. He ought to punch you for what you're making me do to him. There's that gun oil I've been looking for. Razor needs that lunch money. Yeah, it's just an old habit that's hard to break, man. I got used to doing it to get my weapon proficiency up, and I haven't stopped doing it yet. ride down this way. I want to see about something anyways. Now, which hill was it? I think I'm on the... I can't remember if this... No, I don't think this is... No, that's too close to the waterfall. There it is. This little plateau right here sometimes has a collector item. Nope, it's not that one, it's that one. Excuse me, it's that one right there. Not today. That's why this game's so popular right there. Look at that, look at those graphics. It's almost a shame when it's nighttime on the servers. And night rolls in and you lose a lot of the beauty. It's like taking a stroll through a painting. It really is. I'm not going to waste too much time trying to kill something up here, but we'll see if old Chalky White's in. Last time I took him out, he charged me. He almost bucked me. He almost got those horns in. Well, he almost hit me with those horns. I guess they're not pointing. It's a ram. No, I blew it. That's not Chalky. Chalky spawns right there. You'll see a chalk white ram, legendary, right? He spawns right there. Yeah, you're going to make it, buddy. Keep going. Yeah, do that. You're doing great. You're doing great, because, yeah, I don't have a gun or nothing. I don't have anything that'll reach out and touch you. Now, the problem is, he's so far away, I'd have to cross the water to get him, and I'm not getting my guns dirty, so if his body disappears, it just disappears. I don't care. Now it looks like I can get him if I follow the shoreline. I got that express mail capability with that medicine stick now, son. Best meds money can buy, straight to your doorstep. Good old painless. Settle down, Blondie. Might have to give Hadassah a run. I think I will. Well, as per usual, there you are, sitting around, buddy. Best traders in the West. Get that tow hitch ready, because I'm hauling him straight to the top.
For the time being.
Ain't no stopping us.
Okay, then. No comment.
It's glitched out or something. I can't buy that, so we'll see. Maybe it's because that daily challenge was activated. I don't know. Oh, I've got to sell. Man, I've got to do a sell mission. Shit. The money's good, but I don't feel like messing with it. Well. Alright. Let's just do it. $1,250 is good money, so. Let's see if I can get this right. You know, all the bad mojo I got going, this run's probably gonna suck. And they're complaining about everything. Oh well. Lord, bear me strength. I'm going to try and load in this solo session. It's like a faux solo session, a fake solo session. That way old Daniel and the town goons down there in Westworld don't blow you to smithereens when you sell your stuff for a maximum price. You go to change your appearance and my brother can get it every time. I only get it like half the time. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You load into a solo session where only you're on the server, and once you activate that delivery to do a distant delivery, no one else will load into that server until after you're done. And after you're done doing that delivery, within a couple minutes, they'll be loaded in. If not, sometimes it takes a minute, minute and a half. Sometimes it takes about 5 minutes, depending on, I don't know. But anyways, they'll start loading in on top of you after that. And they seem to, wherever their camp is located, wherever the area you're in, everybody that loads in from that on, that's trying to get onto a server that's in that area, that has a campsite there, it seems to gravitate towards your position. Because you're like the only one in a session. It just seems that way. Now, I don't know. You might actually be rolling into other people's sessions after you leave a certain area. I don't know how that works, but the effect is you're loaded in around a bunch of campsites, so it doesn't feel like you're playing by yourself. You're not going to load in the Grizzlies, and most people are down in Saint Denis, is what I'm trying to say. And I hope this works the first time, because I really don't feel like doing it at all, not to mention backing it out of here 100 times. If you want to know how to do this, just YouTube search PvP Cat. I mean, if you're not getting the gist of it from what I'm doing right here, if it works for me, I don't know if it's going to work or not. All right, well, we didn't spawn in Armadillo, so that's good. Campsite loaded in. Now the only thing to do is to check and see that I'm the only one in the server when I get over here, because it doesn't matter till I'm over here. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is see if I'm the only one on the server. And I am. That's what you want right there. Now I'm going to start a distant delivery. I get an extra $250 and you get more experience.
You know, I really feel like a new man. All these long
and then they convert your style from defensive to offensive, and I always forget to turn that off, and that means all the Westworlds down there can auto-aim on you. And you're going to get your ass shot off unless you go back to defensive. That means anybody that rides by you can auto-aim on you. All these players already know this. I'm not telling them anything new. They know way more than I do about it. Okay, that looks like a simple enough trail. This is the worst horse in history right here. This setup is horrible. It's the most money you can make on the game, and it's the worst wagon with the worst horse in the world. His name's Stupid, so that's stupid right there. Boy, safer ways to live your life than to come running up on me, I'll tell you that. Seeing as how I'd kill for almost any damn reason. Hey, there's my buddies. Howdy. Harriet can suck it. I'm like Klaus Heisler and AMC when it comes to wolves, especially after yesterday on DayZ, buddy. They can suck it. I'd like to see them try. Of course I can say that because I'm in a solo session, right? William and the Westworlders can't get me here. It's my own hologram. I wish there was something interesting to talk about in really mainstream anything, but it's all just horrible. It's just uncreative garbage. They really did an excellent job on this game. Look at that moonlight. I mean, it's only getting better. This is PS4 crap. I mean, anybody that sees this video, it's in 720. It's junk. This is trash. Oh, he's gonna get it. He is gonna get it. Come on, Blondie. We're gonna go give this fella something to grovel over. Get them express rounds loaded up. You are gonna get it. Ooh, are you gonna get it? Keep up with that big mouth, son. Which one are you? It's you, isn't it? You gonna get it, buddy. Buddy, he's taking a load. There we go. Only about 2,000 grains of lead later. That's okay. That's alright. As long as I get everything exactly how I want it, I'm totally flexible. That's the cool thing right there about doing the solo trade deliveries, is they make the ambient missions, for lack of a better term, the happenings that happen in the world spawn. You're liable to see anything. And of course, you know, when you get the legendaries, that's the sweet deal, especially if you don't have the one. They're hard to load in when you're in other sessions. Other players are killing off all the legendaries and you don't really have a chance to hunt them. They're way more rare. So this is a pretty good opportunity. So another reason to move your camp around and do your trader deliveries from other areas. And this one's cool because I don't have any NPCs running me down. I already don't have to worry about other players. No NPCs are running me down right now. Sometimes they'll be here and sometimes they won't. I'll probably have to get into a shootout down where I drop these goods off, but that's it. I mean, that's cakewalk. It's pie. Easy way, best way. I'm just going to follow the trail. I'm not putting too much thought into it. And you definitely don't go off. You learn the hard way trying to go off trail with this piece of shit. Old stupid there is going to make you pay. He'll intentionally try to go off bridges and stuff. You try to ride the tracks the whole way there, you'll be doing good. You'll get your confidence up just a little bit and he'll veer off track and flip that good. Then you've got 4 bags of goods laying out there and you can only haul one at a time. You may as well just quit and restart. At that point, it's over. I better quit wasting time after this. I better get it together. Look at him just standing there watching his buddy get murdered. Boy, you are one cold-hearted, sadistic son of a bitch. Oh, he took it personal. That was fucking hilarious. Now, he was going to give me both horns, buddy. He was going to put it on me. I killed his drinking buddy. He wasn't having it. Nothing the medicine stick don't fix. Hunter became the hunted there. He thought he was going to get me. He would have. He probably would have. I lucked out. I was just aware enough to pay attention. Most of the time I'm absent-minded and don't know, ain't got a clue what's going on around me. That one time. Got an idea bigger than the Grand Canyon in that small little pea brain. Like taking candy from a baby. A big, fat, stupid baby. I commend the effort. You know, like they say, the game plan was to be good, but he failed in his execution. Just couldn't execute. I like how when you're doing missions, they spawn more wildlife and stuff too. It really adds to the game. Man, my sinuses are on fire. That's why I'm in such a great mood. Here we go. I blew that big time. I know how ignorant this horse is. I wasn't paying attention. Whoa, oh now. Oh now, stupid. There we go. Maybe I'll just start calling him Dingbat. Stupid's a little too offensive. Dingbat's a loving way of saying you're stupid. Alright, who gets it first? You going to hell, Pickle Man? They almost killed me. I knew it was coming. Somebody got a good shot off. I got a little bit too ballsy there. Who would have thought Lemoyne Raiders could shoot? Well, they got me hemmed up. That's okay, you can get it the hard way. How you like them apples? Man, I've only got one guy left. If he kills him, this is over. You better be worrying about me, buddy. I'm the problem. There's only one buyer there. I don't know if they must have killed the other buyer too. I've never seen that there would only be one buyer. I've seen the buyers get killed, but that would have sucked. I don't see his body. I think there was just one. Maybe that was going to be the difficulty of this mission, that this shootout was going to be make sure the buyer, the one solo buyer, don't get killed. We'll see. I'll walk up there and see if his body's laying up there. Moonstone. What a ripoff. Yeah, they killed a buyer. There was two. They killed me and a buyer. No, he wasn't the only one. Smoked me too, buddy. I didn't see a big gun, but it was like I got cracked by a Springfield or in close with a shotty. I think one of them had a Springfield because one of them nailed me. I noticed my health just shot down. It could have been two shots at close range. It didn't feel like it. Okay, now here's where you want to remember to go into options and turn back to defensive, and it'll take 30 seconds, or else William and the Westworlders are going to put it to you when you go into town. I've forgotten that more than once. You know, and the reasoning for that is because if they can't auto-aim, if you're not going to make it easy on them, 9 times out of 10, they won't mess with you. That's the point. In defensive mode, there's no auto-aim, so... Now, you're already dealing with Cronus Zen users who got super moved characters that, you know, they're rapid firing Carcano sniper rifles at you, for crying out loud. So alright, now that I got shot in the head one good time by an NPC, we'll do some fishing. The easiest way to catch 10 fish right here. Throw you some corn bait up there. You're guaranteed to get a perch or something. You're going to get a perch, a rock bass, or a bluegill, or one of those pickerels. And you don't have to worry about laying off. He can't break the line. He's not big enough. So you just reel him on in. It's that simple. Then you just hit triangle. You don't have to go back into the item menu. You just hit triangle and quit more corn bait. And I know they tell you to use cheese bait here, bread bait here, blah, blah, blah. That's a bunch of nonsense if you just want to catch a fish. And my goal here is just to catch a fish. I don't care what kind of fish it is. I just don't want it to be a big one. So I'm going to use the corn bait that attracts the smaller fish. I'm looking for the gold. That's a gold objective. That's why I'm here. That's all I want. You also want to go into the menu and switch it off to where the analog doesn't reel the fish in. I'm just holding down square and he's reeling the fish in. So I'm not wearing myself out, beating my thumb to death with an analog. Alright, I'm back on track here. I forgot what I was complaining about. I'm trying to multitask. I'm horrible at it. Come on, buddy. Get in here. I might be too close to the shore. He ain't gonna bite. You know, that's a waste of time. Did you guys hear about Belgium's considering declaring Palestine an official state and recognizing Palestine statehood? Belgium. And then they say if they do that, Spain's probably going to follow suit on that. That's where the UN headquarters is, if I'm not mistaken. Is there in Brussels, Belgium? So, I mean, the UN and Israel are already at each other's throats. So, I mean, that's to understand that just an elementary 101 crash course of what that's all about. That's not a good thing for the world. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I'm not talking about choosing sides. War is hell. War is horrible. But, I mean, when people start... You see political maneuvering, you got real trouble then. They're about ready to shuffle up and deal. Talking's over. The cards are going to start getting played. Look at that big one. I don't know if that would be a gar from this shore, or not sure what it would be. You can't, they're worthless. You can't cook them, you can't do nothing. You sell them to the butcher. That's it. You can't, I wish you could break them down and cook them. They should do something with that. Rockstar really missed the boat on that. See, like, I'll show you. I can catch him. I'll try one cast, but he ain't no good. You can't do nothing with him. And he's right there, and he ain't even looking at that bait. You see his big ass? Looks like a sturgeon. I don't know if he's going to bite on that river lure or not. Don't look like he wants it. Alright, there he is. I got him. Come on, biggin. It's going to happen either way, buddy. Basically, I just wanted to see what he is. I'm guessing he's a sturgeon, but he might be a gar. I don't know. I let him pull out too much of the line right there. No, buddy. Lake Sturgeon. Oh, cool. He was the last one I had to catch. Alright. Sometimes the deer just walk right up to you. Alright, now he's not in my cargo, so what I'm going to do is put him on here and check my horse cargo and see if I can break him down. Yeah, now all I can do is discard him. They won't let me do anything with him, so he's a waste of time. I feel like Rockstar missed the boat. There should have been something you could do with him. Best I can do for you, pal. It's over. Well, right into Saint Denis. Against better judgment. Against my better judgment, but... I hate that shit all. If you ever played story mode, you're walking through there and you see this lady up on the second floor balcony, or she's not on the balcony, or maybe it is a balcony. She's up on the second floor of a house in Saint Denis. She throws out a big old bucket of piss and shit right on a guy's head. And they just throw it right out in the streets back then. It's disgusting. Buck. Sorry about your luck, pal.
Hungry.
Said the spider to the fly. Pick him up. Come on, man. What is up here? I just froze. There you go. That server was struggling. Butcher walking away from the butcher.
You selling that prize?
No, it wasn't the same guy.
Done. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and keep a few of these this time.
Deal. Done. Dime a dozen these days. Okay. Lucky this is popular, how common it is. Dime a dozen these days. Lucky this is popular, how common it is. Pleasure doing business.
been a minute. Sift through, see what you like. All right, what do you have for me? No questions asked. Sure, I'll take it. Remember, hush, hush.
Losing my train of thought here. Alright, back at it. I'm just too lazy to check out the saloon. Don't mind me, just looking for that 5-finger discount. You got this, Blondie. Go ahead and chill out. It's like the Westworlds are rolling into roads. Boy, that dude's grabbing awful tight to that gun, wasn't he? He heard rumors.
What's the problem here? I got a hit on something. I was about ready to say, man, that'd be a little kitsch if it was right on top of those graves.
Little heavy-handed. Even an asshole like me'd take offense to that. Got another hit. I thought for sure it'd be that tree. Feels like my sinuses are drying out a little bit. You start talking about a bunch of gross maladies, right? Yeah, I'll have to post pictures. You guys need to tell me about this rash. Got those Cincinnati Reds playing ball in the nether regions, down in the Netherlands, playing ball. That's pretty gross. Ought to shut up. I'm gonna start wearing gloves out in public. Get some good durable gloves. I was looking into those black gloves, those black mechanics gloves. They look like black surgeon's gloves. Just regular like latex gloves. You look at people. I see people walking into the store sucking on those sippy cups, looking like they got the herps. If herp had a fucking look, they got it. Now, I don't want to touch the door handles after these people anymore. You can have the bathrooms. Good Lord. Talk about a mess. You need a tetanus shot just to walk in one of them. Man, I'm surprised the Westworld ain't shot at me yet. It's not a bad server. Plenty of people. Surprised old William ain't rolled up with a posse of 5. Looking to dole out some revenge for his microphallus. Make the world pay.
Well, look who it is. It's been a while.
Look who it is.
Take a look. Oh, excellent quality.
I'm the guy with the quality. Thought I might have had some owl feathers for him too, but apparently I don't.
Okay, I'll take another one of those.
Sir?
Have you lost your... Apártate de mí ahora mismo. Away! Ayuda! Help!
I'm just bored enough to go looking down here for Cletus's cousin. Let's do a drive-by, swing past. Come on, get on in there, Blondie. See if we can't find Cletus's cousin down here on the docks. I'm looking for a reason. You watch what happens if I find what I'm looking for. This town will go batshit.
Hello, mister. Something the matter?
Is he gonna draw down, or? I don't know. I'm wondering what they'll do. No, he's just gonna act like I don't exist. Some copper you are, buddy.
Evening.
All right, then.
I always get the doors confused. Okay, that is the door.
Evening, pard.
Ooh, as pretty as the dawn you are.
Good evening, sir.
I'd like to be alone with you, honey.
That's the one right there that gives Marston trouble.
Have a nice evening.
If it's up to me, buddy. Yes, sir.
I got new work if you're in business. Might be capitale in it for you.
Oh, John Jenkins died last week in his sleep. People didn't find him, though, till yesterday.
Hi there.
Good evening, sir.
Boy, she's scratching one out on that fiddle.
Evening, mister.
Almost sounds like jazz. Play the right notes, lady. I don't hear the beggar. There's usually a beggar down here. Must have cleaned himself up, got a job. Fry somebody in an electric chair right there in the game in the story mode.
With you?
I don't like the smell of this town. Yeah, he's working. I'll leave him alone. Get to work, fella.
No! Someone help, please! God help!
Making that other guy do all the work around here. I got a wife to finance, Al, and oh no, you're going down, buddy. Man, if I could shoot straight, that wasn't too good. He was up there pretty high. It's not high enough. Should be 2. Well, I might only get 1 feather. That's a shame. That's a shame. Let's go visit the ferry house. There's some great gator eggs or something over there. That's Ferry Church right here. You ask an Irishman about a ferry, he'll tell you what a ferry is. It's fucking dangerous. They don't play around at night. You won't see them building a brownie church. I'm gonna see that shit in Ireland, buddy. Maybe an old haunt, but not a new one. Good old Sunny Shack. You think the gators are bad? Biggest predator of them all right here. Of course, he ain't home. He's long gone. There's something here. I think that's where I just came from. Anyways. I'm too lazy to look, see where that ghost panther is, but we come across that ghost panther, we're gonna have a go at him. And it ain't in this type of area, it's gonna be on the road side. I'm on the wrong side. Is it a bear? That's not what his problem is. Let's go get the bear. Still ain't laid eyes on him. I'm not shooting very accurate today. Need to focus a little bit better. The coffee's wearing off. Nasty ass mildew sweat on that horse from this shithole area. The swamp. I'd like to kill that ghost panther. I'll commit that much effort. Got some nest eggs, I think. Heron egg. Find out there's something meaner in this swamp than you ugly son of a bitch. That ghost panther's a handful. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I want to go after him. He's fucking dangerous. I think I'll probably go express with that Lancaster on him. I think I'm gonna go for more bullets. I don't know if I'm gonna try to put that bolt to him. That bolt action just might not have enough fire rate to handle that panther. You can't use explosive rounds or you ruin the hide. He's the cock of the walk, though. I'm going to tell you that right now.
You planning to say hello or just drop by?
Suck it, Harriet. Harry Pitt. If you ever get a load of her, you know what I'm talking about. What am I missing? I missed it somehow. Column A turquoise bracelet? No, earrings. This root worker over here sells wish bait and shit, or fish bait and shit. There's a grave out here. There's usually stuff on it. There's usually something, a collector piece on it. If I can find there, I marked it, yeah. Headed right towards it. Not all the time, but there's usually stuff on it. And there's nothing on it today. Usually a card there. Well, we'll go this way. No, that's not going to have the same. I recognize the trees, the area, the type of area that panther was in, and I was too lazy to look at the area at a map, so that might be a thing for another day. I don't know, but I can breeze by. He may not show up anyways. I may have to use animal pheromones, and if I'm going to use animal pheromones, I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to make sure I know where I'm going. I'm gonna have to hit Nazar up too. I've got to be to the point to where I'm gonna have 10 items of the same thing, and I'm not gonna be able to pick it up. And I don't want to sell my collections until I at least wait till, you know, give it 2 months, because I'm not gonna play that much. I mean, I'm sporadic with this game. I'll play it for a while and then I'll just quit, so I may as well hold on to the complete collector sets, because I've got like 6 or 7 of them right now, complete sets. I may as well wait till they're double RP and money. How did I not get my gun? That's a rare sighting right there. They're not worth anything, but it's rare to see them. You can get a whole boatload of them down in Limpany. They're in a burned down barn. At least they were nice enough to drag the horse off the trail. Man, I should have started crypts up a long time ago, but I got carried away. The infamous Ghost Panther. Got me all sideways. When I run him down, I might try the bolt action. I don't know, we'll see. Whatever I'm in the mood, I guess the mood will dictate that. Alright. Oh boy, I'm running out of ideas here. Nothing left to complain about. Think I'm going to get him started and take a break.
Hey, look out! We're in business.
Don't let me get in the way of you leaning there sharpening your knife, buddy. I want a real piece of work.
impatient, ain't you?
I think I got a couple things I can give him.
Stocks are looking good. Guess beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, we're stuck with each other, aren't we, buddy? Takes two to tango, you fucking loudmouth. Good look at what shape that Lancaster's in. All right, we're good. Good enough, anyway. I stay away from using those navies for the most part. Except for PvP and situations that get out of control. Alright, that's going to round it out for me. I'm out of here. I'll probably be back on later on to play some DayZ. We'll see. I want to get, if I do, I'm going to play that NBC gear. Just be bored, passing time, but that'll be the goal. I'm going to build those crates and get that NBC gear so I can go into that toxic zone. Alright, peace out.